What's going on, y'all? I wanted to make a little video, excuse the janky lighting, and I'm trying to make it as pleasant looking as possible for you guys. To cut to the point, I left my dad's house when I was 16, I believe. Maybe a little earlier or later, I'm not sure. And around 18, I was homeless. Fast forward 2 years, and I have my own apartment. And okay, it's not the best apartment. It's kind of old school, has the popcorn ceiling and the old school lights, and then everything's carpet. You can't see it. The important thing to focus on out of everything I just said is my change of situation, right? Some of the things that I had to face, and maybe some of you guys could relate if you're going through that hardship, right? Being homeless isn't easy, especially when I was taking care of a significant other at the time while being homeless, trying to figure it out, working a job, but not having anywhere to cook, clean, using the gym as a shower, being able to now have a home I call mine, right? I definitely see it as a big accomplishment, and I will forever stay grateful for that. But it will get to a point when you've done so much, things like this doesn't feel as rewarding because you want more, right? Cutting back to what I was supposed to be talking about was when I was 18 and homeless, and the difference in now. What made me have that change? What put me in a position to be able to now have a place I call mine? Don't get me wrong. I won't sit here and say I take full credit for everything that I've been given. I have family members, friends that'll help me out, whatever it may be. And if you're going through that, don't be afraid to have your hand out and ask for help from the people you love, right? But besides that, let me put things into perspective. I'm 18, I'm homeless, overweight, smoking addiction, porn addiction, lazy, no discipline, terrible money management. I mean, the list can go on and on and on. And just everything that you think a normal 18-year-old would be doing is the shit I would be doing. And with that being said, fast forwarding 2 years, don't smoke anymore. I don't give in to temptations. Try to watch what I eat. I distance myself from everybody. I isolated myself so then I could pave my own way without any extra noise coming in left and right, you know, whether it be loved ones, people, friends, family, just anything, right? It could be any kind of noise. I feel like a lot of people will definitely relate to this when I say that there was always that one moment that made you want to make the change, where your fear of staying the same became bigger than the fear of change. When I was renting out a room finally after being homeless, it wasn't an apartment, but it was something. I had a room. I was living check to check. You know, I would find reasons to spend money, do whatever, and my car had went bad. The head gasket blew, and thank God my father was there to help me and fix my situation and let me use his car just in the meantime. But before I got that car, there was maybe 2 to 3 weeks where my head gasket's blown. So every time I'm driving, I have to wait for the car to cool down to get to work. If you go back to my other YouTube videos, you'll see me talking to myself around that time, and you'll kind of get a grasp of the way I was feeling at the time. But besides that, it was a rough time. I was living check to check. I wanted to hang out. I wanted to pay attention to females. I wanted to smoke. I wanted to distract myself so then I don't have to face these problems, right? I'd rather just push it to the side and live for the weekend. I'd rather get my check, go home, eat, sleep, same thing and repeat, right? Keep in mind, this is while I was trading. Of course, you don't have any discipline outside of trading, neither will you in trading. So spending money on random shit in the outside world and then blowing money on prop firms. I won't say that I've fully made it yet when it comes to trading, but I didn't get my first payout from staying the same. I got it from removing all of these old habits that I had, removing all of the clutter, or removing all of the noise. You get what I mean? I had that moment when I recorded that video, and I'm just like, I can't sit here and let this low drag me even lower. At this point, I'm at the lowest point of my life. If not the second lowest, the lowest, right? I've had low moments, but definitely that was one of them. One thing I will give myself is I never lost faith in my ability. I always found a way to, at least to the bare minimum, get whatever needs to get done. Whether it be through help or not, I was able to do that. And I want you guys to be able to do the same if you are going through that. Don't lose faith in anything that you got going on. It's hard. I understand that. I've been there. In hindsight, something like this on the internet and me telling you is easy. Me trying to put down smoking took me so long. It doesn't have to be smoking. It could be anything. It could be any kind of bad habit that you may have, some kind of addiction, And if you don't, that's good. But for the people who get it, they get it. When it comes to any addiction, it's easy until you're stressing without it. It becomes your crutch. It's been a big difference. It's been a big change and a big leap in my life, and the turnaround was quick as soon as I got my act together. And as someone who has been through the lows of the lows and seen and been through a lot, I could sit here and tell you that it's not over till it's over, right? I've had my lowest lows and look where I'm at now. Thank God every day that I'm able to be here. I'm well aware that it could be gone tomorrow. And with it being able to be gone tomorrow, please don't waste today. When you think about the things that you want to do, take action. Don't just think. Don't just think it and tell everybody it's something that you want to do. Take action. It's something that I was taught and I had to learn myself, was to take action no matter what sacrifice you have to make, whether it be distancing yourself, whether it be keeping your head down, whether it be ignoring people, whether it be, doesn't matter. Because at the end of the day, your future is determined by you and your actions that you take now. And like I said, you could lose it. You don't want to look at opportunity and feel dragged, feel like it's your mom telling you to do it. You want to look at opportunity and latch onto it and turn something out of it. But in the end of it all, to sum things up, it's really discipline, all discipline. Setting rules, kind of like trading, right? This is an analogy that you guys probably hear a lot, but discipline is a lot like trading, right? You need to set rules, set boundaries, set limits to what you do. And I feel like I treat life like that now. I'm not gonna sit here and FOMO into some shit that I know is gonna result in a bad ending, right? And let my emotions drive me. I'd rather be able to know what's going on at all times. I wanna be able to track everything. Once you're able to track everything, you're in a position where everything is in your power, everything is in your hand. You kind of let that hand slip, you spill. You know what I mean? And now you're everywhere. You don't know what the fuck to do. And that's what being disciplined is having your life in the palm of your hand and be able to know what the fuck is going on. You let yourself slip and fall, now you all over the place. You gotta restart all up again. You gotta pick yourself all the way back up just to land back here. And then you wanna go do that thing that you know you're not supposed to do, and you back at square one, right? So what I want you guys to take away from this is discipline will be the thing that changes your life. Not daydreaming about the things that you want, not thinking about your dream car, not thinking about your superficial things and materialistic things. It's about thinking your health, right? Thinking about like your family. Who do you do it for? Why do you do it? It's figuring out your why and letting that drive you. Letting that drive you further and further and further every single day. If you haven't already, you will get that moment. The moment where you feel that fire in you start to come up and nothing can stop you. But that won't happen unless you put yourself in a position where you're forced to be stressed and you're forced to think that way. If you sit back on your ass and daydream all day and do the same thing every day and you're just happy with it, okay, cool. But if you have some pressure on you and your back's against the wall and the heat's cranked up all the way and you have nothing to lose, you'll feel what I'm feeling. It's gonna be a monumental change, right? You might not see it now, you might not see it in the next couple of weeks, you might not even see it in the next 2 years, 3 years, but I promise you that moment will come. As long as you can put yourself in a situation when your fear of being the same is bigger than your fear of having a change, that's when you'll have that moment. By no means am I rich or am I super financially free. No, I still work a job, you know what I mean? I still clock in and clock out, and I want to make trading work, and I know I will. I just wanted to share what I've learned, and maybe something that you can apply to your life. Just a little bit of my story, you know what I mean? And I hope it's something from this video that you guys could take away from, maybe give you a little motivation, maybe a little advice. I don't know. I'm new to this shit, so I'm just here speaking my mind and speaking what I feel like people need to hear. Regardless, I wish you guys best with your trading and your personal lives. May God bless you all. And yeah, y'all take care.